What is your current English level? Let's find out. I'm going to ask you 18 questions. Depending on your answers, we will determine your English level. Keep track of how many questions you get right. At the end, you will exactly know what your English level is. But first, according to the CFR system, there are 6 levels in English: lower beginner or A1, upper beginner or A2, lower intermediate or B1, upper intermediate or B2, lower advanced or C1, upper advanced or C2. We will start with the beginner questions, then slowly move our way up to intermediate questions and then advanced questions. I will give you a few seconds to think about the answer, then I'll reveal the answer and explain why that answer is correct. Make sure to share in the comments how many answers you got right. Let's start with A1 questions. Question number 1 is, he to draw in art class. Which one is correct? The correct answer is likes. He likes to draw in art class. In simple present tense, when the subject is he, she, or it, then we put s with the main verb. So read becomes reads, write becomes writes, draws, tells, shares. Question number 2. Which one is correct? He have a new watch. He has a new watch. He has new watch. Think about it. The correct answer is he has a new watch. In simple present tense, we use the auxiliary verb has when the subject is he, she, or it. And we use have when the subject of the sentence is I, they, you, or we. The third question, which one is correct? Asma lives in India. Asma lives on India. Asma lives at India. It's A. The right answer is A. Asma lives in India. When talking about someone living, we use in for cities, states, and countries, and on for streets and floors. So, Asma lives in India but on 4th Street. If you've answered those questions correctly, then your English level is probably A1. But let's find out if you can answer A2 level questions. Question 1. My mom is, then my dad. Which one is correct? Think about it. It's taller. My mom is taller than my dad. When you are comparing two things or two people, like in this case mom and dad, then you use comparative degree of adjective. You know, the one with the letters ER at the end. For example, he is smaller than me. That box is bigger than that one. My mom is taller than my dad. Or sometimes you also put the word more before a word. So you say something like more effective or more important. Question number 2. Which sentence is correct? Are you going to call her tomorrow? Are you going calling her tomorrow? Are you going call her tomorrow? Think about it. It's the first one. Are you going to call her tomorrow? When talking about future plans, we use going to plus base form of the verb. Going to call, going to eat, going to wait. All of these expressions express your future plans. You can also reduce going to gonna. So you can say something like, are you gonna call her tomorrow? Are you gonna eat tomorrow? Question number 3. Which sentence is correct? Did you work yesterday? Did you work yesterday? Or do you work yesterday? The right answer is, did you work yesterday? The second one. When talking about something that happened in the past, we use simple past tense. When you're structuring a sentence in simple past tense, first you have the subject, and then you have second form of the verb, and then you have the rest of the sentence. For example, I ate yesterday. I worked yesterday. You worked yesterday. But when you're asking a question in simple past tense, you use the word did in the beginning of a sentence. So you say something like, did you work yesterday? And also, you don't use second form. You use first form of the verb. So it's not did you worked, it's did you work. Alright, if you've got every question in this section right, then it is likely that you have a 2 English level. Let's move on to something more challenging, lower intermediate or B1 level questions. Question number one, Ruhi, early in the afternoon. Which one of these is correct? The right answer is D. Ruhi will be arriving early in the afternoon. In future continuous tense, when you're talking about something, an action that is continuing in the future, then you use the phrases will be or shall be. And then you also put progressive or ing form of the verb. So you say something like Ruhi will be waiting, Ruhi will be arriving, Ruhi will be eating, for example. Question 2. Which sentence is correct? If I eat too much, I will be sick. If I eat too much, I would be sick. If I eat too much, I would have been sick. The right answer is B. If I eat too much, I would be sick. The next question, which sentence is correct? My friends moved in the other day. My friends moved in another day. My friends moved in someday. A is correct. My friends moved in the other day. If you've got these questions right, then it is likely that you have B1 or lower intermediate level in English. And that's pretty impressive, but not as impressive as B2. So let's see if you get B2 questions right. This is when the test starts to get really challenging for most people. So let's start with question 1. Which sentence is correct? My brother hasn't gone swimming, and so have I. My brother hasn't gone swimming, and so haven't I. My brother hasn't gone swimming, and neither have I. It's the third one. My brother hasn't gone swimming, and neither have I. Next question. Which sentence is correct? If you had learned English, you would be giving a presentation. If you had learned English, you will be giving a presentation. If you had learned English, you will give a presentation. If you had not learned English, you would be giving a presentation. I'll give you some extra time for this one. The correct answer is A. If you had learned English, you would be giving a presentation. If you got this wrong, I highly recommend you to study the topic conditionals. Like you can search on YouTube and you can watch many videos about conditionals and really learn how they are structured and how you can use them. Third question, which one is correct? When Ahmed was a kid, he was used to playing football. When Ahmed was a kid, he used to play football. When Ahmed was a kid, he was used to play football. B is the correct option. When Ahmed was a kid, he used to play football. When we talk about our habits in the past, something that we did repeatedly in the past, we use used to. For example, I used to read books, meaning I read books habitually in the past, but I no longer do it. If you've got every question right in this section, then you probably have B2 English level. But let's test if your English level is at C1 or C2, or is it not? So let's start with C1 or lower advanced English level. Question 1. Fill in the blanks. It's a great idea, but it's very B is correct. Impractical. It's a very great idea, but it's impractical. If something is impractical, it means it's unrealistic or difficult to implement. Question 2. What does the underlined idiom mean? The prices of the hotels we were staying in were off the charts. Does it mean the prices were very high, the prices were very low, or the prices were normal? Which one is it? It's A. The prices were very high. If something is off the charts, it means it's very high. For example, you could say, my mom's blood pressure was off the charts, meaning it was very high. Next question. People never even read a newspaper, a book. Which one of these do you think fits the best? It's let alone. People never even read a newspaper, let alone a book. If you've answered all of these questions correctly, then you're probably at C1 level in English. But let's test if your English level is at C2, which is the highest English level there is. Question 1. The department head of finance assured me that this issue, as quick as possible, would be dealt with, should be dealt with, or could be dealt with. That's right, it's should be dealt with. When we are talking about something that is urgent or necessary to do, then we use should. Next question. It wasn't like Joseph to not fulfill his promise, but it'd been 2 weeks and we were still waiting for him. Which idiom can replace the underlined phrase? A. Get out of hand. B. Go back on his word. C. Have a yellow streak. D. Face the music. The right answer is B. It wasn't like Joseph to not fulfill his promise or go back on his words, but it had been 2 weeks and we were still waiting for him. Next question is fill in the blank. She's going to quit her job. She's completely. Is it under it, over it, or past it? The right answer is B. Over it. It's a phrasal verb. To be over something means to lose interest in something. So, for example, if I say I'm over making YouTube videos, means I've lost interest in it, but I have not. I actually love doing it. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten any questions right in this section. But if not, then don't worry about it. You will get there one day. Just keep learning and keep improving. Hopefully, after taking this test, you have got some idea of what your English level is. I know it's not 100% exact, but it's pretty accurate. I would love to know what your English level is after this test. So please share it with us in the comments. One thing more, if you would like to level up your English, improve your English, then you can watch this video in which I exactly talked about how you can do that. Okay, I hope this lesson was helpful. See you in the next one. Bye bye.